Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the
Everybody
procedure,
stay
everyone?
calm.
What's the procedure?
Stay calm!
Wait.
Everybody calm down!
Help!
Here,
Oh,
take my hand.
ah!
Come on. You're gonna fall unless you take my hand.
No, give me your other hand.
Oh, my other hand isn't strong enough. You take my little hand.
No, get it away from me!
Take it. Take my hand.
After a big afternoon of shopping, there's nothing better than some Mexican food and a nice little drink. Come on down and enjoy a nice Mexican fiesta.
Guess what? We took everything you love about the Bloomin' Onion and created a menu you've never seen before.
Let me hear you say, Bloom that ass. Bloom that ass.
This bloomified menu starts at $13.99 and it's gonna blow your bloomin' mind.
Oh, lucky no one is watching. It didn't matter. I just said, before I realized I was muted, I said good morning to the few muted, Beamercroft. I said, I read your comment, Mel. I said, two watching. What is this, a Star Trek stream? And then I said, yeah, this is what happens whenever the shorts get a whole bunch of views. The streams just, the notifications just nosedive. It's a real reward for trying to, expand your audience. It's a real awesome way that YouTube does it. It happens every single time. So thank you for being here nonetheless as I work this morning. Got a new page. I wasn't going to add this page onto the campaign, but I thought, you know what? It's so dope. I think it should be on there. I think I'm just going to put all the best pages on the campaign because it's tough out there. Notifications not working. Right. Yeah, only you guys got notifications. That's it. Everyone else would 100% choose to watch this. You know, if they, everyone got 22,000 people got notifications, and only how many people are here? 10, 12? No, oh, 5, even worse. Decided no. We're not we're not going to check this out. Still not the lowest viewership I've seen, says Mo. After I left one of B-Ro's shows where he and Dean started discussing Pokemon, the stream was still suggested to me with 0 watching. Yeah, I'll see. There you go. Gary G says, I didn't get notified. It's like, yeah, I see you out there. I see you doing really well on the videos. Let's just not notify anyone of the streams. How about that? You know, it's like a little reward for you. So it is what it is. Can't be helped. At least you're here. At least Mark is here. You know, and he's getting to claim all these firsts with very little competition, up to 44 into the famous 44 club. Shout out to How Ridiculous, very successful Australian YouTube channel. We got Jolly in the house. He says we need a second place prize. Yeah, I don't know. If you're not first, you're last. That's the way it is, I think. We got Mo Biggs in the house. Golden Wrench sharing the link for Band of the Crow. I'm going to click on that. Actually, I'm going to click that because it was close to 200 yesterday. 218. Man, this campaign has rocket fuel. I remember on day 1, I think I got 113 backers or something. This got 150, maybe more even in the first 24 hours. Maybe more. And then I think for the full campaign period, this is for Waking Dream, I got 400 and something. So this could be the start of something very big, and you'll love to see it. So we're actually going to have Arvid and Oren. I always want to say Oren, but I think that's Kill Bill, on tomorrow. So that should be good. Hopefully notifications will go out for that one. What's up, Gary G? What is up, Citizen Ronan? Mark says, I backed it. It was number 4. I backed it too. Did you all get did you get just the book, or did you get the expensive $29 tier? I was watching his show yesterday. He's like, oh, you know, I just had to, you know, this is for the big spenders. And I'm like, I mean, Arvid's been around. He knows how expensive some of these bundles can get. But, you know, it is what it is. Mo says it's even worse. I got to go soon, so it will drop by 1. That's all right. I'm just here I'll work away in silence if need be. I'm going to wait till the closeout to back. I'm not about those Kickstarter backer kit shenanigans. Yeah, that is true. That is true, actually. I didn't even update my card. I changed my card. That card is canceled. And I was like, I mean, I don't want to go to my wallet and get out my new card and put in a new number. I'll just back it, and when it bounces, it'll tell me to put in a new card. And then, yeah, hopefully everything will be fine. Critical Reads in the house says, Arvid is playing the long game. It is smart. No, it is. It really is. I mean, well, and as you know, those guys are kind of crazy. The actual art in the book is so beyond. It's like Nosfero. It's like Groken. What else is a book where the art is just so beyond what you would ever see in the mainstream, because it would be completely impossible to keep up that pace. I'm sure there's a lot out there. Of course, the Lucent. Of course. It's got nothing to do with my slackhoodness. All right, so I have almost flattered all of this. But as you can see, I still have some areas that need fixing. Adjustments have been made. And I should probably get out the old Lasso. Yes, that's correct. Obviously. Maybe I'll just brush it. YOLO, right? I'm hoping in the next hour I can get the flatting done, the shadows done, and the whatchamacallit's done. The what are they? I call them the Terminator highlights. Whatever it is, the masks, whatever, it doesn't really matter. You will see what I mean if I get to it, which I hope I will. And if no one's going to be here, then I guess I'll probably be faster. No 3D ass hats in Bancroft's art. Well, not in this one. I mean, and I'm not against 3D assets either, let me just say. I never have been. I do utilize the tools that God has given us. But I will say, everything in my books are hand-drawn. By the, well, not this book. This is Rod's book. We got Katie Did in the house. Good evening. No, good morning. Good morning. It is 8:27 in the morning. This is my morning stream. My once a week little art update. What am I working on live streams? Really is a bit of a disparity. So I put out 3 shorts this week. And I think combined, those shorts brought in, let me do some quick maths here, probably 50,000 views. Do a art live stream. How many we got watching? 10. It is what it is. I appreciate everyone being here nonetheless. Jaro in the house. No shadows either. Shadows are hard. It's like, what am I, a scientist? What am I supposed to figure out the bloody angles of everything? Yes, I probably am supposed to do that, but, you know, I don't. Actually, I'm going to put a little edge on this. Otherwise, it looks a bit awkward. YouTube is odd sometimes. Yes, it is. It's just YouTube wants to give your notifications to the majority of your audience. And it says, oh, look, you got all these views. That's where we're going to send people. So I ain't complaining. Like that many, I've never had that many views on my art YouTube, art shorts before. So it's fine and good. Fine and dandy, actually. This is a mess. This is a bona fide mess. Because I had to move this, whatever this is, girder. And I'd already flattered it, so now I've got to reflat it. That's what I'm doing here, essentially. Mo says, Australia dwells in eternal tomorrows, which makes it all the more baffling that Bancroft can't start Australia on time. Well, time still works in the same way, Mo, even though we are in the future. You know, the minutes tick by, the hours tick by in the exact same way that they do in the Northern Hemisphere. So, yeah. I'm still but a man. I put on my pants. I put on my tracky dacks one leg at a time like everyone else. Hence, yeah, I can be slow in the morning sometimes. It's known to happen. It's happened before. It'll happen again. Mark says, I never get notifications. I just keep up with the schedule. Thank you, Mark. Thank you for noticing. Because more often than not, people say, oh, yeah, I used to watch your streams, but you stream at different hours all the time now, and I just never know when you're live. I just think I am probably one of the most regular people in the scene. But, you know, I can't complain. If I get them, they are at least 15 minutes late. Bancroft learned the proper way to pronounce schedule in short. I speak the King's Mo, you know that. Schedule, June, Jew, you know, porn. I pronounce all the words as the monarchy intended. All right, Mo's out of here. It's just you and I, Mark. Let's keep this chat going. This looks like a mistake here. Let's see if there's a... Where is that? Where is that? Oh, I did box it all. All right. That's all right. Seven watching now. This hurts my ego. It's exactly what you want in the lead up to a big launch. The problem is YouTube streaming. We know what that's about. It's about the lols and the gossip. It's not about the art. Always has been. Always will be. I get it. All right, nearly there. Just a little bit extra. I think we're done. Maybe. I'm watching an auction, so just listening. An interesting auction? What kind of auction? Art auction? Real estate? Comic book? We got nothing else, Gary, to talk about, so you may as well just fill us in. Critical Read says, most of your viewers, American, might all be working. I'm home because of the flu, so I'm here on this rare occasion. That is true. It's very stressful to me to stream later on the weekdays because, you know, it's a work day and, you know, most of the time it's fine, but every now and then it just, you know, I've got to, supposed to be doing something else, and then, you know, I've got to just cut the stream short, and I get it. No, you're much better off streaming late because all of you people are friggin' crazy night owls. That is very true. Okay. I'll find some color reference here. Maybe. Yeah, people will. It's crazy. People will stream till 4, 5, 6 a.m. in the morning and have, hundreds of people watching. I say in the morning US time. If I'm not in bed by 10:30, 11, I'm asleep on the couch, It ain't nothing staying up after that. Am I weird? Gary says there are a couple of comic books on Comic Connect that I'm interested in. Nothing spectacular. I was wondering about getting back into buying some keys because this is the first time actually in a long time that the value of my collection has gone down. So I'm guessing there's a bit of a slump in the market, which is probably a good time to buy. I have always wanted to get a copy of Amazing Spider-Man #1, and I'm not looking for, something that's going to set me back 20 grand, but if there's a decent, even if it's restored, I don't care. It's just something that I always wanted. And if there is a slump, because they do, even if they go down a little bit, they don't really ever lose value, those big key issues. So it is an investment. And plus, if you're going to invest your money, I always think just invest it in something that you actually are going to appreciate. Mark says, not me. I will miss streams later than around 10:30. I mean, I don't watch streams after 7, 8. Maybe like on certain days when the kids go out to jiu-jitsu really late, I might watch a stream if one's on up until 8:30 or something. 8 maybe. That's it. So all of this for me takes place from the early morning till, afternoon most of the time. This isn't premier auction season. This auction season has minor keys and decent sized reader runs of Silver Age and Bronze Age titles. Yeah, I just did a very cursory glance on Heritage. I didn't really see much. And I was like, nah. I mean, I'm only just thinking about it at this stage. I'm not really, in the market. But the Aussie dollar is quite low too, so my current art share is at 9 p.m. Yes. Yeah. That's the one show I do. I'll actually know I started doing the friggin' the Rob and Mike show as well. See, like 3 a week during my work day. I don't know. It's just stressful. Gets to be too much. Actually, you know what I'm thinking of doing? I love that guy, Matt. I love his videos so much. The the kind of the ones where he breaks down a history of some creator or something. Anyway, I'm not thinking of doing that. It must take him weeks and weeks of, actually he says it does. It takes him weeks and weeks of preparation and research. He interviews. I don't want to do any of that. I don't have time for any of that. But what I am thinking of is I love, if you've ever watched kind of like lore videos like In Deep Geek and stuff like, is that his name? In Deep Geek? Anyway, stuff like that. And maybe read a really good book and then just pick some kind of thing in it that made it special and just talk about that for 5-10 minutes. But I'd probably only be able to do that once a week or so. But I think it would be good. I'm not really seeing many people doing that out there. They do it for movies, they do it for TV shows, but no one seems to do it for comics. People just talk about the comic itself, the whole thing in general, including myself. But honing down on something specific in it, I think, would be an interesting flip. Because a lot of the times when I watch videos like that, I'm not even that interested in the thing especially. It's just good video content. Felix Haas, the Link Master, joins us. Thank you, Felix. We had no notifications go out today, so thank you for finding it. And blessing us with your presence today, this afternoon, this evening, whatever it is. But yeah, I was thinking of starting with 7 to Eternity. I know a lot of people love that, and I only read the first part of it, but I really enjoyed what I read. So, I'll probably give that a read Saturday, and then make up a video on Sunday or something. See how easy that is. If it's too difficult, I don't know. But I think once a week, it's probably maybe doable. Maybe. Because I've been liking Adam Lawson's videos, and that's cool. I don't have the time to read all these. I mean, he's read Berserk. That's, what did he say, 10,000 pages or something ridiculous? I just do not have the time for that. I wish I did. Few people do. You can follow Michael Bancroft on Global Comics. That is true. I wonder how many followers I have over there. I haven't been back to Global in a little bit. Again, time. My God. Actually, I have to upload Painted Death onto that. Thank you for reminding me. It's just a matter of uploading the PDF, but yeah, you do have to do the whatever it is, the friggin' the paneling stuff for people who are reading on mobile. Otherwise, it is literally unreadable. I asked the guy, Christopher, I said, what do most people read the site on? And they said 80% anywhere. Like, obviously 100% of the app is on mobile, but something like 80 or more percent read comics on a desktop computer, on a mobile rather than a desktop, even on the website. So let me pick one of these out. Well, considering I'm coloring Fractured Mind, let's in that. Thank you very much, Felix. Pop on all those links, including a link to Total Conquest and DWAG's channel. I'm gonna have to reach out to Christopher Mark and see if he can resupply some codes. I mean, I usually I didn't realize there was going to be a time limit on it. I sent you another code. Did that one not work either? So maybe they're all out of date, so to speak. I need new ones. Both of them didn't work. Yeah, that's what I thought. Right. Yeah, it is a great site. I think it really is going to be a future engine of readership. You know, I like the idea of people can read things digitally, get a sense of the story, get updated, and then if they want the things that they really like, they can buy the physical. I think that's, I mean, just in reality, that's probably a more practical, manageable way to go about it anyway. Because I don't know about you guys, I have barely any room left. I know if it was easy, I would sell so many of my comics just to make room for newer ones, because it's not like I'm going to read them again. But the ones that I really did love and appreciate, and I like looking at the art and everything, I do want to hold on to in the physical. I mean, if it wasn't for global, that I wouldn't have been able to read all of the vast majority of comics that I've read this year. What's up, Maromi? Thank you for joining us. It's a little intimate and ugly. Again, always happens when one of the shorts go off. This time, 3 of the shorts did really well. And YouTube says, yeah, you don't need any streaming notifications. That's for losers, according to YouTube. Just going to finish up this debris, and then I'm going to get the palette the same as the others, and then hopefully do the highlights. We'll see how we go. I probably won't make it now that I'm looking at it. I did start a little late this morning. There are no places where you could sell your comics in your area. Maybe there are. Yeah, there probably is. Like shops and stuff. Yeah, especially if you sell them on eBay, they take a 14% cut, and that's brutal. But then if you sell them to a shop, you know, they're going to need to make a profit, so they're going to offer you kind of wholesale prices. So I'm probably better off selling directly to a reader, maybe, probably. What's up, Sumo? It's 14% now? Geez, what's 14%? What are you talking about? We've got St. Patrick T wooing up in here. Oh, yes, 40, yes, the eBay. Yeah. It's 14. It's crazy. That's what I don't understand. Like especially Ethan, just staying on eBay, 14%. I mean, maybe if you sell in those numbers, you get a better deal. I don't know. But for someone like me who just sells stuff here and there, it's 14%. It is harsh. I think the Shopify cut, I think, is 2 or 3%. I get stung a little bit more because of they charge for the exchange rate, the exchange of currency. So, but still, it ain't 14%. Varies depending on product. Most too high now. Yeah. I like Patrick's greeting. Woo up in here. I like it. I can hear it in Raptor's voice. Trying to be as quick as I can, but also diligent and not make too many errors here. Not this guy. I think that's it for the flats. Thank God. All right, look at this. We got Ella. She looks like she's standing upwards, but look, she's sort of like hanging. The whole thing is upside down. Damon's up that way. It's all a big... Oh, hang on a sec. I got to put the sky in now. Which means... Yeah. And... Yep. Jeffrey Beats in the house says, "G'day, bangers." He asks Mark if he's heard of Summer Heights High, an Aussie comedy. That's what's his face? That's that guy, the comedian who just snuck in right before political correctness became overpowering, and he was very unpolitically correct. He would do impressions of people and different races and different like girls and stuff. And not that he cared, but eventually I think the culture stopped. They got a bit sensitive, as they like to do. Chris Lilly, yes. Oh man, I would never have remembered the name. What was your favorite character? I liked the teacher, the gay drama teacher, who was wanting to do it was a musical. He was writing a musical for the kids, for high school kids to do. But it was all about a girl who died of a overdose of a drug. I can't remember what drug it was. Mr. G. And he wrote these songs about how she overdosed, and yeah, it was pretty crazy. Right. Okay, it's gonna get really dark for a second. Don't worry. It's all part of the master plan. I mean, I hadn't thought about that in a long time. They actually used to film that just kind of around the corner. I had Sumo is laughing at me. I actually had a gay music teacher in year 8. He was a very large man, very large, and he was a pretty terrible teacher. I think I've told that story before, how he told us that he hurt his bottom or something, and we were all, we were like, 13, 14-year-old boys. We were like, oh, All right. He was useless. He didn't teach us anything. He was just lazy. I mean, when I say fat, he was huge. Ecstasy. Mel just said it was ecstasy. All right, I gotta find this. Hold on a sec. Where is it? Mr. G. Ecstasy. Hang on, I'm not on YouTube. That's why it's not working. Mr. G. Ecstasy. All right, let's have a look here. Yes. All right, hold on a sec. Let me bring this up. I'll have to change to this view. Yeah, present. No. Share Chrome tab. Here it is. Thank you for reminding me of this, Jeff. I'd forgotten about this.
Well, my epiphany came at recess this morning, and I've been on cloud 9 ever since. I've just I've strapped myself to the beast, and I've been writing music and lyrics, and I've come up with the concept for my new musical, and it's about the one and only Annabelle Dixon. Annabelle's story is perfect for musical interpretation. Annabelle. I want to get to the truth of Annabelle, who she is, how she became a drug addict, cover the binge drinking, the sleeping around, the anorexia. Annabelle, you're a slut. So I can't think of a better way to commemorate a student's life than to write a musical about them. Annabelle Dixon. When girls take drugs and then they die, who would have thought at summer heights high on days like these? It's a bummer heights high. There'll be a lot of media interest in the story, of course, so which means more audience, which means more money for the Gregson Performing Arts Centre. So we're all happy. She's a party girl with a bad habit for drugs. She's a slut and she knows it. She wants to root all the boys. She can't help taking the drugs on a Saturday night. Ecstasy. She's been sent by an angel to give me an idea for a musical. And if it wasn't for her, then this show wouldn't be going ahead. So I'm just over the moon.
How did the ABC? Could you imagine the ABC making that now? There's no way. How did that happen through the ABC? The ABC is our, what do you have? PB, I don't know, whatever it is. It's the public broadcaster. It's crazy. Oh, yes, it was a comedy show. He dressed up as all kinds of different people. One of them was a 16-year-old girl. One of them was this Filipino trouble. He was Islander. He was like Samoan or something. He was an Islander troublemaker kid. Yeah. Thank you. I'd forgotten about that. That was probably a long time ago. Yeah, the Tongan, yes. Yeah, it's Henry. Henry knows it. and he's like thinks he's like a rapper and a beatboxer and a whatever. All right, I'm gonna 15 minutes. Let's see if I can at least get this sorted. She's got a bad habit, a bad habit for drugs. Reminds me of the Poseidon Adventure, says Raiden, the original one with Gene Hackman. This does? Or that skit? All right. There's them as well. I'm going off an existing page I've already done just to sort of see what I'm supposed to do for the color palette and everything. Yep. Mm-hmm. 30-month member, Mr. David L. What's up, David? Hale Bancroft got the notice today for the trading cards. Fantastic. Yes, all the trading cards got sent out. So, yeah, I mean, it's, what is it, Thursday now for you guys? I mean, I'm assuming mail is probably the same as it is here, so could be coming tomorrow. That would be excellent. Oh, we're up to 21 watching. Just in time for me to close it out soon. Excellent. The truth gets out, but that's very cool, David. Yeah, I'm very happy. I think it was 34 people all in all grabbed them from the US and just got the one pack. So little mini campaign, but actually quite profitable with all of the what's it called? The original art and everything. So yep. Okay, right. So it's all that. Yeah. Listening on my way to the Y, says Henry Thrin. All done? Okay, so long. Not all done. No, I'll be here for another 10 minutes or so. It was just funny because at the start we had like 2 people watching. No notifications went out at all. And it always happens whenever the shorts start getting a lot of views. It's like I guess you just use up your notifications or something. I don't know how it works exactly, but it just always seems to happen. And I was like, oh, I guess that's how it's going to be today. Was hoping to get through a bit more in this session, but you know, it is what it is. You get 3 notifications a day, allegedly. Yeah, but if I only do one stream, where do those other ones go, you know? Like, I don't know how it works with the shorts. I doubt... See, I would doubt if you don't watch shorts, you don't get any notifications for them, I would imagine. You would hope so. Because then that would just be a waste. So I don't know why it doesn't just say, all right, these are your shorts viewers, these are your live stream viewers, but apparently it's difficult. So all right, getting there. I need to start adding in some of those Summer Heights High clips to the intro. That'd be good stuff, actually. So I think they're going to be... he's got the moon behind him, but she can be lit up by the moon. So from both there and there. So she should stand out quite well. And then I'm going to put in a pretty good shadow here to create an effect to draw the eye to this. I mean, it's going to be brighter anyway because you got the outside there. So it should look good. Can I do I don't know if yeah, let's do a little bit of shadowing. Why the hell not? Where's that? Where is that? Shadow layer. Yes, 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 please. The moon gives her menstrual... No. Not that kind of story, thankfully. Actually, just spread it out a bit. Ah, no, not like that. Okay, good. It would be a bloody good time. I'll see myself out. Please do, Citizen Ronan. Terrible, terrible. All right. Do this back wall here. I love this bendy fisheye effect that he put on here. It's very cool. Ah, did it keep doing it? No, stop doing that. There we go. Maybe a bit too much. Decisions. All right, there we go. Knock these out here. A sec. Yep. As painfully long as it does take to do all the coloring, it is cool to watch it sort of come to life. I do enjoy it. Henry Bemis apologizing for missing Patrick's woo up in here. See, look. No light coming in from the outside, and no, that wasn't that dramatic, actually. Damn it. I was hoping it would be a little bit more dramatic than that. But, alas. I can barely even see that. No point in doing it. Yep. Let's do some on here. Actually, why is everything but her skirt flipping up? Decency. Her skirt is flipping up. Look, it's kind of a two-part skirt. That's the top part. And then this part is more held on by her, you know, it's tighter. So it's sort of held on by her butt. How about that American Pope? Yeah, he's a progressive, isn't he? Another, you got another pro-immigration, mass immigration Pope. Although, you know, how much do these guys actually influence anything? I don't know. It's just, I feel like the actual influence outside of the church is just newspaper articles like to say, oh, Pope condemns, you know, such and such. It's like, okay. Citizen says, met the new Pope, same as the old Pope, and I say that as a Catholic. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, people who are, you know, staunch Catholics are like, yeah, you know. It's not like they just, oh, a new Pope is elected and now they're going to completely change their worldview or whatever. No. Possibly his parents are Peruvian. Latin American clergy tend to be very liberal. There you go. Seems to bear out. Yeah, imagine if it was like a MAGA Pope. I wouldn't see that happening. Yeah, probably not. Going to war, like declaring a crusade on the cartels in Mexico, you know? Now that would be interesting. Ronan says, it's disappointing, but not unexpected. The real question is, how will this affect Vatican City sales? Hopefully positively. Yeah. Just all this Pope and Vatican City talk. It's just in the zeitgeist. You know, hopefully gets past some dollar bills. We'd have the most glorious golden cathedral from the MAGA Pope. I know, right? And how much fun would it be? I am getting a little tired of all these religious leaders being Christian religious leaders being the only ones that are like, oh yeah, no, it's all one God, it's all the same religion, we just believe a little differently. Every other religious leader is like, nope, they're heretics, they're infidels. With an escalator on the Golden Cathedral with a big sign up the thing that says Pope in gold. So Felix says it's literally not the same God. Well, can we convince some Christian leaders to say that? Is it that hard? Apparently it is. More of the same. Just like here in Australia, more of the same. They bought all the votes of the young people here in Australia by promising to cut, I don't know, some percentage, 20% of their student debt. Just erase it, I think. And but they're introducing so many other taxes. It's like, all right. So you clear out. It's just basically transferring it from one thing to the other. Yeah, it's classic. It works every time. Because when you're young, that's really the only thing over your head is the student debt. And they're like, oh, he's going to knock 20% off it. All right. Not realizing, the implications of that for other people and themselves down the line. But in Australia, it's a little bit different because if you're young in Australia, even if you're not young and you don't own a house yet, that's it. There's no opportunity, no hope in the world of you ever owning a house. So, it's very hard to get anyone too interested in thinking about their long-term prosperity. Henry says, so people who actually paid off their debts or never accrued them in the first place have to pay off someone else's debt. Yes. That's what it means to live in the socialist utopia of Australia. It'll be an interesting 3 years at least. What's funny though is the Greens were completely rejected. I think they lost all their seats, maybe, or at least most of them. So even though the result wasn't what conservatives would want, there is that at least. Not that the Labour Party, which is, I guess, the equivalent of the Democrats, is that much better, but at least they're not raving lunatic types with blue hair, which is literally what some of them are. The Greens are your lefties? Yeah, well, the Greens are, yes, they're the woke party. So they just they started out as an environmentalist party, but now it's just woke. It's just, it's all of that you would expect. It's kind of like, they're pro Antifa. They're complete lunatics. Very, very far left radicals. Anyway, the center left, which is actually pretty socialist, you know, Labour Party. It's supposed to be the Workers' Party, but they're big state, you know, big government, big handout party. They would always do deals with the Greens to they would have to do deals with the Greens to get their things passed. But the Greens got so demolished, now they just have free reign to do what they want, which is actually better than having to kowtow to the Greens and whatever their crazy agenda is. But the Greens are probably how we ended up with, you know, all the trans and that sort of stuff in the public schools and everything. Surely. This is actually looking pretty good. Pretty happy. So what's that now? I'm going to add the double page spread to the campaign as well. So I think we're up to about 7 pages, but I think they're all bangers. Legit bangers. It'll be an interesting challenge for me to make these pages look different because they're all sort of set in this same warehouse. Obviously different viewpoints, but I mean, I don't even know if the book itself needs to be super different from page to page, but I do like to get the color to sort of help tell the story, so it'll be a bit of a challenge. Right. Those sound effect shorts you posted were impressive. Yeah, thank you. They've done well. I was super happy with it, and they're so easy. I don't know why people don't do that. You know, that all that sort of like drawing, that was 15, 20 minutes max, you know, actually drawing the sound effect stuff. It's so quick and easy to do. I don't know why more people don't do it. What's up, Paul in the house? Nice page. Tell Rod, good job. I can do better than that. We can honor Rod.
Hey, what is that? It's an inanimate carbon rod!
Oh, they were just about to show some close-ups of the rod.
That is going to be it for me. I see Arvid is in the house. So I will do one last little thingamabob here. Where is it? Can I see? Can I see? Oh, look there. Look at that. There I am. 218 backers. I am one of them. Proudly. But Arvid is going to be on the show tomorrow, hopefully with Oren. Oren? I always say Oren. Oren? Ruined it, Arvid. No, I do have to go. I've got to work in 5 minutes or so. He will be there. Excellent. Yeah, man, I was just saying, and we can chat about this tomorrow, you know, you're actually outpacing my first campaign, which I think ended at 40,000. But I mean, you're probably not going to get the same number because your comics are so affordable. $12, and even the big deal is like, what is it? Oh, it's not even there anymore. $12 is the most. Oh no, there is that one. Okay, $29. Yeah. But that doesn't matter. This is the number that matters. 218 backers. I think I ended out Waking Dream at 490, and you're almost halfway there in 3 days. So, amazing. I can't wait to hang out tomorrow, go through the book, talk about the story, where it's headed, because we've all read the preview by now. And, yeah. Agent Cub asks, why can't you do this full time? For me to do this full time, I probably need to have about, I don't know, 500 people watching live, and my campaign's making probably 500 grand, something like that. Because if you're in, you know, you got to think about, a lot of that money goes to production and shipping. So to actually get actual profit, to be able to support a family, I mean, yeah, that's a rarefied air indeed. Get a Netflix show, Bancroft. Okay, I'll look into that. Henry says, don't sleep on this campaign. Oh, dude. Yeah, no, they can't do this in the mainstream because you know it's just not feasible to have this quality of art, in a book. But that's okay. I've got a job and I support my family, and then you guys help me make comics on the side. Life is great. And then the Netflix deal. All right, everybody, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you have a great day, night, whatever it is, morning, wherever you are out there in the world. I'm off to work. I will see you tomorrow, 9 p.m. And we'll be talking Band of the Crow. Can't wait. All right, bye.
Perth made an Australian video, and I wasn't even in it.
Emotional damage.